just parked off just outside the four waterfall walk, probably about 1.5 miles away. So just walking down this road currently, and then cut off through the trees in a minute. Feels like I'm in the middle of nowhere. Amazing day, beautiful sunny day, as you can see. Fantastic views constantly. Maybe going just over there into those woods, over the hill, and the other side is one of the waterfalls. So it'll be hopefully an amazing view. So see you shortly. Gushing, seeing as it's been dry for a while. Nice pool down there, straight off the edge of the cliff there, all the way down the valley. Very rocky, lovely, natural rock. Nice trails off of here. Climb. Right. So warm today. 27, 28 degrees. Nothing too stifling, but enough to mean you need a good amount of water. That's where we just come out from down there. At the tower. Gorgeous. Nothing like this in Bournemouth. So much to see and do. All new sites, never been here. Lovely little bench. Good resting point if hot after climbing the hill. Failure for my friend. Loves a bench. "30-minute walk for the next one. Nice. Top up the water when I get there. Also super fresh flowing water gushing down, so crystal clear. Should be good to drink. On the way to the second waterfall, the full waterfall walk. I only seen a couple today because I want to get to the camp spot, chill out, have a swim in the lake. Oh, look at that. Views for miles. Bit hazy in the distance. That's just the heat. I can imagine evaporating the water off the trees. Quite feel the sun when you walk out into open out the shade. Amazing views. Afternoon. Absolutely amazing. So glad I decided last night to come here on the way. Just stop off, quickly have a couple of hour walk, do a loop, and I think it's about an hour and a half onto the hidden lake, and then probably hour to an hour and a half hike down to the water, pitch up, filter some water, get dinner on, then hopefully have a bit of a wild swim and cool off nicely, get changed and settle down into the gear. So just there, need to walk down 197 steps to get to the bottom. Oh sorry, 170. So yeah, let's do this. Big old steps at 10 inches deep. So descending quick. Lovely breeze coming up here. Amazing. I think that's the waterfall down in there, down the bottom. Be there in a couple of minutes, I think. 3 or 4. Just slightly steep. Makes it interesting walking back up. Cheers, Ta. Oh yeah. Wow, amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Beauty. Wow. Alright. Just constantly dropping off. Not many people must walk this way, but overgrown. Don't think they know what they're missing out on. Look at it. Beautiful. 2 more drop-offs down there. 3rd further down. Let's go and explore. See if we can get down there. Nice little goat track. Stunning. Couple of divers having a mooch. Don't know if I can actually get down there from up here. No, ends. It's a shame. Oh, stunning. So I got to see this. Finally got up to Llyn Y Fach lake. Absolutely amazing spot. Very, very about 1,000 foot to climb up here. Steep, really steep. As you can see, absolutely stunning. The sun's just setting over the top of that hill, but still a while till it actually sets, so it's still very light. Just looking for my spot to set up the tent, really. Not too many flat spots around, so I'm just going to do a little loop of the lake. Doesn't need to be a very big spot, quite small, and then I should be able to have a nice relaxing evening. So it's still quite light, like I said. Probably another hour and a half until it's very dark, but then it's even a waxing gibbous moon tonight, full moon, so it's still going to be really quite bright. Yeah, but it's going to be fantastic. See all the sheep up on the hill. That is unbelievably steep. Probably 50 to 55% just walking along, casual. A few sheep just here right next to me. A bit of company overnight. Awesome. Right, let's go find a spot and I'll be back with you. So that's camp for the night. All set up. Packed everything ready, just about to cook some dinner. Starting to get a bit hazy up here. Beautiful skies, as you can see. Absolutely stunning. Quite windy, but I've got a big side of the mountain behind me, probably another 600 feet up behind me, which is beautiful. We've got good friends about the sheep are going strong. Yeah, really just soak it up, stick a bit of food in a minute and just enjoy the peace and quiet. A couple more campers here. It does say you're not supposed to camp here, however I'm gonna literally, there will be nothing left, no signs that I've even camped here anyway, and I'll be up and really early in the morning with the sunrise. I want to see if I can catch a sunrise, but I think with how high this is behind, I'm going to have to do a big walk to get out of here, probably 4 or 5k, so I might not capture it, but I'll certainly catch it as it gets brighter. Hopefully the sky looks just as good and it's not raining, so see you in a bit. Which one do we fancy? The anti-establishment, or twice as nice? I think we'll start with the anti-establishment, cheeky 5.6, and pop onto the double IPA with a 6.6. Tasty. Doesn't get much better than this. Gorgeous place. Llyn Y Fan Fach. Probably didn't say that right because I'm not Welsh, but Llyn Y Fan Fach. Yeah, just put some dinner on. Chili con carne, rehydrated meal, double portion, which basically means it's a single portion. A couple of people over there actually, you might be able to pick up flames on a little fire they've got. It's got a little teepee tent. Nice chap, Welsh chap, just popped up here for the night and going back home, back to work tomorrow. Here's my Helm one. Never stayed in it before. Set it up in the garden, but great new tent, like way better than my other one, Vango, that I had, which was like a 2-person tent, but really a 1-person. Was much wider but lower, so getting into it you had to crawl into it, whereas this you can just like get into it. I can sit up in it, it's fantastic. Like I'm 6'3", so I sit up in it and I'm nowhere near the top, so it's fine. The length of it is the ratings of it and the review of it says it's 2.2 meters long. It is, but you wouldn't want to be 2.2 meters tall. I'm 1.93, and I think a little bit more is all that you'd really be comfortable. Otherwise, your feet are going to be really pressed hard into the mesh inside with your head pinned up against the top, which obviously is not the ideal. I think if you're much taller, probably the Helm 2, which I contemplated getting, but the extra 500 grams, do a lot of lightweight backpacking. This is my first hike, and actually I've never been to this location, only seen a few pictures on Google. It looked absolutely amazing, and it did not disappoint. The sunset was fantastic. You can still see a lot of light in the distance in the background. Sun is kind of set now, or very close to completely setting. Should be a full moon tonight, a waxing gibbous new moon, but it's starting to cloud over because there is a storm due tomorrow, sort of late morning, which we'll see. Doesn't bother me even if it is. It's only a couple of mile hike out of here, down a long downhill. So yeah, hi. So yeah, it's really been an amazing day. Really, went to the 4 waterfall walk. Only went to the 3 of them, the 3 bigger ones. I won't try and pronounce their names, they're horrifically hard and probably nowhere near what I'm guessing they are. Lot of climbing, a lot of up and down, very hot in there, very humid. It's about 29 degrees today when I walked there, so I did 2 litres of water just doing that, and I think I walked about 6 miles. It's about 1,500 feet of climbing, but used a lot of water. So if you do go there, I highly recommend it. It is amazing. The waterfalls are great if you want to take a bit of food down there, as long as there hasn't been super heavy rainfall the week before. There'll be loads and loads of rocks. You can sit down and have lunch. You can drink the water. It's very, very clean, tasty clean. I do have a filter, the Sawyer filter, the SP105, but I didn't need it. I know it's really clean. You can see it. It's really fast flowing, fresh water as well. Nothing stagnant about it. There's no algae growing on it, which was a shame actually. Up here there's a lot of algae because there hasn't been rain in Wales for a long time, so this hasn't filled up. It's probably 12, 13 feet lower than what it is in rainy season. So yeah, so it's a bit green, bit algae. It says don't drink it or don't swim in it anyway, but I know from reviews and speaking to people about the place that when it is really heavy rainfall before, this is very full, free flowing over the top, down the side of the mountain, and it is constant. So it's much cleaner, but at the minute there's a lot of algae, so I wouldn't even bother trying to filter it. But I did bring just under 2 litres of water out of me, which I've made a rehydrated chili con carne, which I'm just about to eat. I've also drunk probably half a litre as well once I got here, because it is a bit of a steep hike up. I've got 16 kilos with all the water and everything with me, and yeah, so it was a bit of a hike. I think about 700 feet up I think I came from where I parked. It's not horrifically long. It's about just under a mile and a half, about a mile and a quarter, but 700 feet, straight up gravel path, like a fire road. Nice, and the views as you're walking up are immense. So I've probably taken 30-40 photos in that mile and a quarter, so it's quite amazing. And I'm hoping it captures some great photos in the morning, really, because it is stunning. I love Wales anyway. Ridden a lot of road bike, mountain bike, everything, but I'm gonna do a few wild camps, get used to it, really get a few good spots, mark them on the map where I know I can go, not necessarily this place but more proper wild, which is a bit hidden where you've got to do like a 10k walk or something like that to it, where you're not going to get many people go. Because I can bring my van and stay in it for a couple of nights, or wild camp wherever I want, really. But I prefer to stay in the tent. It's so nice to wake up in the morning, have a bit of breakfast just by the water, and just pure bliss, peace and quiet is amazing. It's really dark actually, just seeing how dark it is. But yeah, it's really, really nice. Quite windy, but nice. Warm. Like 17 degrees at the minute, I think it was, when I looked. So yeah, that's 17 degrees. Let's turn the light on. Probably see me a bit better now. Yeah, there we go. Hello. Hello. Oh, I've still got my shades on, so don't think it's sunny enough for that. But yeah, amazing night. So I'm just about to eat some food, have those beers, and if I don't speak to you before, I will see you in the morning, hopefully for an amazing sunrise. Good night. Good morning. It's a good night's sleep. Really good night's sleep. I woke up once. Wind picked up a little bit, but really just to turn over. Good sleep. Yeah. Tent solid as a rock. Really windy. Really windy. Big easterly wind it looks like, ripples all over the lake, but yeah, I thought I'd show you the tent really. So let's have a little look. So this is the setup, the WildCountry Helm Compact 1, the newer version, so a few improvements I believe on the previous one. As you can see, set up on a pretty flat spot. Just about 0.9 meters away, which is nice. So as you can see, just two poles, very rigid, very rigid. Guidelines but still solid. Freestanding tent as well, but pinned out, 8 stakes down. Just to keep it tall, that's it, and it's rigid, really solid. All that, as you can see, very sleek. Very snug. Let's have a little look inside. As you can see, nice little porch area. Put my seat pad down, my shoes on. Holds nicely underneath the strut support across the tent. Really strong wind, not going anywhere, hasn't moved all night. Nice bit of mesh. And then as you can see through, the moon opening I left open, but with obviously the mesh closed, just in case there's any midges, but I don't think there was. Great bit of ventilation actually through here. The wind, if you angle this right, goes up there nicely, so it's very good airflow. Same on the other side. So 2 good vents, fantastic. And as you can see, my nice bit of room, a little mesh pocket at the top there by the head, and another one down here. Got a closed cell mat with a 4-liner on the side up. Got a 4 Class 700 ultra compact air pad, really wide. Not a hugely great R value, however, with a foil pad and the, as I said previously, an amazing sleeping bag, which is a Vango
which is down to -1. I think you can actually go to about -8. And then after that, obviously, survival mode. But yeah, very warm, if anything, too warm. So all I really had was the sleeping bag fully open all night for that. And yeah, that was fully open all night. So I was very, very warm. All I had was shorts and a t-shirt on. That was a long sleeve t-shirt. Very, like I said, very comfortable and amazing location. Very, very cloudy, misty this morning. Pretty low cloud, but there is a big storm over the south of England, south of Wales. We haven't been hit here yet. It seems to be a slight drizzle overnight, but barely anything. I thought it was really just the wind. I think England's being hit a little bit more today, certainly on the south coast. Big thunderstorms last night, I heard from a runner. But yeah, time to do a bit of breakfast, some porridge, and I think then probably pack up and head out of it to the next location. So see you soon. So that's all packed up. Definitely no need for my shades, but safe for keeping them on the face. I don't even remember breaking, I should imagine. Sheep are back in. Absolutely loving life. Climbing the hills. Very, very misty, foggy, low-lying cloud today. But amazing. See, this is where I slept last night. That little spot. So leave no trace at all. Standard. Just a little bit of flat grass, but with the wind today, that'll come up in probably the next half hour. A little trek back down now to the van and on to the next location. So it's been amazing. Highly recommend anyone that wants to come to Llyn Y Fan Fach Lake. Llyn Y Fan Fach. I'd probably say a better time to come is kind of try and plan a trip, if possible, when it's kind of poured down. I'd probably say for a week before, and then a couple of dry days, so then the ground's nice and dry, because then the lake's going to be much more full. It says you can't swim in it, but you could have a little dip, maybe a little wash in it, filter some water if it is a bit higher, because it's certainly incredibly low now, as you can see. All of this should be probably 12 to 15 feet low, so it is, yeah, rainy season's been very dry across the country for a good few weeks now. Real big heat wave. Wales, for a change, actually was very, very warm. 29 degrees yesterday. Very warm evening. A bit chilly this morning, but a little bit damp, cloud cover, but it is 6 o'clock. So got up at 5:30. Haven't eaten yet. I'm going to make my way back to the van. Be a bit careful of these big rocks. Make my way back to the van, probably just cook up porridge in there to enjoy. Do love a nice porridge, and then head on to the next location, wherever that may be. Have a little search around, see what we find, and pull up and pitch. Should be amazing. So yeah, see you on the flip side.